This is the longest travel day of my life. I was in San Salvador at 11:30 and I'm back in San Salvador and it's 9 o'clock at night. This is the bedroom. Look at this view. I wish this parking lot wasn't there, but I think if I was in a higher room, it would be fine. The bathroom. I just worked out. I'm gonna take my shoes off. They're like squeaky. The kitchen, which I probably will not use because I want to try all the food. And the living room slash dining area. There are 2 other bedrooms and another bathroom, but I'm here alone. And look at this.
So since I lost my previous car reservation, the new plan was to take an Uber to the car rental office and try to get a new one. Unfortunately, they didn't have any availability for me last minute. I ended up booking a reservation for the next day. Since this was the only day I could go to Rutas de las Flores, I called Oscar, who was my taxi driver from the airport, and he said he could pick me up. So I went across the street to a mall and killed some time there and ate some food while I waited for him.
¿Es pimiento?
No, es chile.
Chile. First full day in El Salvador, in San Salvador, and when I was coming here, everyone was just like, oh my gosh, El Salvador, why would you want to go there? It's so dangerous, blah, blah, blah. The people so far that I've met are super nice, really helpful, and the roads are fine to drive in. The only complaint I have is that everything is far. Everything is far. Like the touristy stuff is like an hour and a half between each other, so it takes forever. But so far, San Salvador, I like it. I like it. So on this trip, I really want to try food that I've never had before. And this earlier at this food market, I tried elote. I tried a corn thing. It's like fried corn. It was so good. It was so good. And it was the first time that I had it like that. Here they had 2 different kinds. My driver got one in a cup and it had, I forgot what he said it was, but like it had some liquid around it that looks milky. And I had the fried one with cheese. I usually don't eat cheese, but I wanted to try it. So good. And I saw this vendor selling this thing. She called it dulce de, I don't remember the name. Dulce de something, chalaki something. And it was $2. So not a fan. Not a fan. It's not bad, but I wouldn't eat this whole thing. She said it was like pumpkin. It was made from pumpkins, but and what I had for dinner, I got it at the food market as well. I'm already halfway through eating it, but shrimp. It had steak, rice, and this salsa, salad. It's salad. This thing, I don't know what this is, but it doesn't taste like anything. The rice is okay. It needs some salt. And then they also served it with like shrimp, these giant prawns, I guess, maybe. This is delicious. That's delicious. It also had steak, but I don't eat meat. I forgot to tell them to take it off. Yeah, I took that out, but it was good. The shrimp, the camarones, it's really good. And that whole plate was $8. 8. Everywhere has its bad parts. Okay, and this place is beautiful, beautiful, like beautiful.
Y el Cerro Verde viene.
In 200 meters, take the ferry.
If you're wanting to drive to the lake, it's like 40 minutes for 5 kilometers right now because the roads are not great. It doesn't look that bad, but you can't go fast. I have to go 20 kilometers per hour. Unless I want to mess up the car. But I want to get my deposit back, so this is it right now. Thoughts on Lake Coatepeque? It's beautiful. The view is beautiful, especially even from the viewpoints by Santa Ana Volcano or Cerro Verde Parque. But to actually drive to the lake, it's cool, but it's not worth it in my opinion. Unless you're getting a hotel like on the lake, I don't think it's worth it. Good morning from Ataco. I love this place so much. It's so beautiful, peaceful, quiet. It's a little colder than the rest of El Salvador, at least the other side, like by San Salvador and where was I? Santa Ana. But it's so beautiful here. The people are even nicer here, which is crazy. There's beautiful murals. You know, I forgot what I was gonna say. The only, like, oh, I'm at this hotel. It's called Casa 1800 in Ataco, and I just want to stay here forever. Let's talk about my travel superstitions really quickly, because I never tell people when I travel, especially if I'm going alone. I usually tell them once I'm there, but they project their fears onto you. You know, immediately go, oh my gosh, like, is it safe? Like, are you going by yourself? Like, I don't know, and just like, it just makes you scared. Like today I told some people where I was, and I started telling people, and of course they made me scared. I'm like, I've been having a great time here. Like, the people are nice, everything is easy to find, driving is easy. But I got in my head about it after I told some people where I was, and I don't know, just do you, live your life, and you know, don't let people dictate what you do and what you don't do. Life is short, just enjoy it. That's all. I'm at standstill traffic for a while because there's like this one-way situation going on up there, but a construction thing. But yeah, so quickly, my travel tips for solo travelers, especially women, don't attract attention to yourself. Like me, I'm attracting a lot of attention already because of my hair. But I think if it was maybe straightened, not that it would survive because it's so humid, it would get super frizzy anyway, but like, you know, if it was straightened, I think I would pass for someone who speaks Spanish more. They already speak Spanish to me thinking that I already speak Spanish. I just smile and nod. But I wore a shirt that had like American, like English words on it, and people were like, hello, hello. But outside of that, like, people speak to me in Spanish. What else? No expensive jewelry, no recognizable brands. My clothes and jewelry is gonna be from Forever 21, H&M. The only brands that I wear when I travel is like Nike for like workout stuff and maybe for a hike. But outside of that, I don't wear brands or anything recognizable, nothing expensive. Even my tripod that I use is like super cheap from Amazon. It was one of the $20 ones. For at home, I have one that's a little more expensive, more sturdy. This one is like crap, but it does the job. I don't go anywhere at night by myself. Like, I haven't gone out partying or anything like that, or to a bar. I am all set on that. But I mean, if you make friends, you can go with them, but I prefer not to. And I do my excursions during the day, in the morning, and I try to get back to the hotel by like sunset or sundown. That's all. On the way to, I don't know how to say the name, Salto de something that starts with M. This is a little path. I parked already. It was $2 to get in. I can hear the water. I'm super excited. It was so beautiful. It was gorgeous. There was like trash, like bottles and stuff. It wasn't a lot. So I met this family there, and I wanted to go to that other side that had like a hot tub, like a natural hot tub. But I mean, the whole thing is like super warm. It's like thermal water. But they said that it was dangerous because I was by myself, so they just went with me, and like we took some pictures, and then I went to a more another place like farther away from the waterfalls, and I just chilled there and like wet my feet a little bit, and it was so peaceful. I think this is just a downside of being a woman alone. They said it was dangerous because the other side had 3 men, said that they've been drinking, and he said don't go there by yourself, or don't stay there by yourself. So I listen, you know what I mean? I'm not crazy. Yeah, that's a downside, because like obviously if I was there with friends, then I probably could have stayed longer. We all could have like chilled in there. Not to say that if those men, let's say they are dangerous, because the father who told me, his name Cesar, his name is Cesar, and he told me you know, that those men could be dangerous, right? In any case, it was still fun. It would have been more fun if I could stay longer, and if I could have gone in the hot tub, but it was still a good time. Yeah, so if you go, you know, go with friends, or around this time there's more people, so maybe around this time it's better to go. It's like 1:30 locally, so yeah, I thought about going back, but I already changed. I'm good. I'm gonna go to another hot spring that's, I think it's better frequented, so let's see. Okay, next adventure, Casablanca Arqueológico. So I got to the spot for ruins, and looks like this is where Google brought me. Maybe this place is closed, but I climbed over there, like that little spot right there, and I saw there's another entrance. So cheers to resourcefulness, because I thought that this place was just like a dub, but I'm about to go over there now. This is the real entrance. I don't know why Google brought me to the other place. Yeah, I drove because I don't want to have to worry about getting my car.
To the top, you can see half of El Salvador, and the other half is going to be Guatemala.
That's so cool.
And on the top, the funny part is that on the top there is a soccer field, and you can go there. What I like about them is that they dance. Have you seen the tail? That they have a long tail? Because they move the tail like this, like they are dancing. In eruption. Nowadays we have the Ilopango Lake, but this was 1,500 years ago. This was
Pleasantly surprised with the Casablanca ruins. They had a guide. I'm just going around just to look again, but they had a guide who told me about the history of the Mayans and
showed me where they kept their treasures and cool stuff. And then we got to see the national bird of El Salvador on one of the trees, and we got to see where they hide, where they nest, and a cool story about how they mate forever. They're a symbol of family and loyalty, and I love that. But yeah, this was good. Pleasantly surprised. I'm glad I didn't just turn around when I thought the place was closed or, you know, non-existent. I'm waiting out this rain in Santa Teresa for the Santa Teresa hot springs. I'm not the only one. There's a few people here waiting. I'm considering just going in and just, you know, getting my hair wet, even though there's nowhere I can get hair products for my type of hair. And then just figuring it out later. I didn't bring any hair products with me because I preferred to bring skincare. Anyway, yeah, so I'm waiting for the rain to pass. I'm hopeful because so far the rain, it comes and goes. Every few days that I've been here, it's rained for maybe like 20 minutes and then it goes away. Except for last night, but last night it started at midnight and rained until like 6 a.m. or something like that. But yeah, I'm at Santa Teresa Hot Springs. I got to see the hot springs and the thermal waters. And they're beautiful and they look hot and steamy, you know, like natural hot tubs. So I'm excited. Hopefully I can get in. I would go another day, but I don't have another day. Tomorrow, I could come back tomorrow if I really, really wanted to, but tomorrow I want to go to the Santana Volcano. I need to hike it before I leave. I have to. Otherwise, I would come back here tomorrow and then just go to the next hotel. But that's the plan right now. So we'll see if it changes. See, these people were in the they were in the hot tub. I saw them in the springs, and I guess they decided to leave. But hopefully, my patience will pay off. Looks like my patience might have paid off. I think it's stopped raining. It's still drizzling a little bit. I'm gonna give it like 3 more minutes, but I see people like already getting out of their cars. I just want to make sure this isn't like a, you know, a psych. So I'm gonna give it like 3 more minutes and then I'm gonna go in the springs. I may or may not bring my phone. I don't know yet. If you want to travel alone, ask people who have traveled alone. Don't talk to people who've never done it or who are scared to, because they will, no matter their best intentions, they will project their fears on you, because a lot of us tend to live out of our fears. And if they've never done it, they will tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. If something even as simple as like going out to eat alone, if someone doesn't like going out to eat alone, they will tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. So if you want to do something, talk to people who have done it. And this doesn't just apply to travel, it applies to anything. But if you want to do something, talk to people who've done it and then do it. Travel tips in San Salvador. Follow the speed limit. Not everybody here does, but guess what? You don't live here. Don't get arrested. Be aware, be alert, especially on the highways. There's not really a lot of red lights. I don't think I've seen any, to be honest, except maybe in the city. But there's stop signs and there's speed bumps. Other than that, not very much red lights or anything like that. Some highways, even those that go up to like 90 kilometers per hour, there you will see people crossing highways. This is normal. Don't run them over. There's even crosswalks in the middle of the highways sometimes to indicate that they are allowed to cross the street. Don't worry, they're not stupid. They're not just gonna cross in front of a car that's going you know, super fast, but just be aware. There are animals, stray animals all over. Don't kill them. Just pay attention because they can be unpredictable. There are dogs everywhere. I see stray dogs cross the street. These animals are actually pretty smart. Like, they won't run in front of a car. Just slow down if you see them in the middle of the road. Because sometimes they can be unpredictable because, like, one, I think his food fell in the middle of the street and he like rushed across and almost got hit by a motorcycle because he went to get something that was in the middle of the road, as he being the dog. I'm assuming it's a he. Whatever. What else? Most of the roads are paved pretty well. This is not America. Don't expect it to be like America. It's not that developed of a place. It's way more developed than I expected, to be honest. And the main roads are paved, but like the roads leading to a lot of the touristic places are not paved. You're gonna be driving on rocks. You don't need a truck. I have a little Toyota. It's not that little, but it's made, you know, it's made for El Salvador. And yeah, so you'll be on dirt roads sometimes for a while, especially if you're going to like Lake Coatepeque, for example. You're gonna be driving for like, it felt like an hour, but I think it was like 30 to 40 minutes on like a rocky road. And you can't go honestly more than 20 kilometers per hour without messing up your car. Yeah, so that's all I have, I think, for driving. Let me see if I can think of anything. Oh, and look up the places you want to go. Try to have an itinerary for the day, because it's not like New York where you're like, oh, I'm going.
In 400 meters, keep right at the fork.
It's not like New York where you can be like, oh, I'm going to Brooklyn Heights and to this bar, and then you just end up walking around finding things to do. It's not like that. A lot of the touristic things that you might want to do are at least 30, 40, sometimes an hour, 2 hours away from each other.
Keep right at the fork.
So if you plan properly, it'll be fine. In cities, pay close attention to intersections. A lot of times there's not really a lot of, you know, there's no red lights, so you gotta inch your way, you know, in and out, and just make sure you know the rules of the road. Like, but you know, if it's heavy traffic, people will weasel their way in. Like, wherever you are, if you're running late somewhere, you're already late. So just don't be a jerk. COVID safety for the Tazumal pyramids. It's $5 to come in if you're a stranger, you know, visiting, a tourist, and then if you live here but you're still a stranger, it's $3. If you're Salvadoreño, it's $1. You just have to pay, wash your hands / do hand sanitizer, and you're allowed to take pictures and videos, but no fancy cameras. Just use your phone. And yeah, you can actually climb some parts of the pyramid, which I've been to other Mayan ruins, and this is the first time that I've been able to climb one. Even the dogs stare. Here, everybody loves to stare. Apparently, it's because of my hair. But why are you staring at me, bro?
Santa Ana, allá por aquellas antenas, Ciudad Real allá.
Okay, so it's my last night in El Salvador. My last night I stayed at a resort. But honestly, it wasn't great. It's my least favorite part of this trip so far. I'm kind of sad that I had to end it on this note. But it's all right. Like, there's a lot of restrictions here. Everything's closed. I'm glad that I ended up changing my itinerary to only stay here one night, because if I was here for 2 nights, I would have been really, really upset. But yeah, so I just have to figure out how to get my COVID test tomorrow, which I don't know why I waited so long. I guess the plans didn't really allow for me to go get it sooner. So I have to wake up early tomorrow. I'm going to try to catch the sunrise. I'm going to pack tonight, have my stuff ready for tomorrow, shower tonight, try to catch the sunrise, and head out to get my COVID test. Wish me luck. It's going to be tight. Hiking the Santana volcano. I'm trying to catch up to the fast group. The other groups keep taking breaks, which is fine, but I just wanted to go ahead. So I have a lot to catch up because I can't even see the other group. Everybody here is so nice. Everybody hiking the trail. At first it was downhill and it was okay, and then we got to the Ministerio, I think it's called. We paid the tourism fee, took a break, used the bathroom, and now it's all uphill. And then we just realized we're not even halfway. So I like this hike though. It's not too bad. If you're not active, it's gonna take you a minute. But if you are active, you're a runner, you know, you train endurance, you'll be fine. You'll be tired. And right now I'm out of breath, but I'm going really fast to catch up to the other group.
A few moments later.
What is this, like 1,600 feet?
Yeah.
Or 6, yeah. So cool. He came with us. Oh my god.
So my footage ends here. I was such in a rush that I just forgot to pick up the camera. After the hike, straight to get my COVID test. Straight to the airport. Driving through San Salvador was crazy because it was rush hour for them, but I love this trip so much. I could not have wished for a better first fully solo trip. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and like and subscribe. I plan to continue posting and take you on adventures with me, so tag along.